brothers and sisters. Welcome back to episode 22. I'm here to explain to you how to have an abundant, optimistic, excellent mindset and consistently improve and increase your abundant manifestations throughout your life, physically and mentally. How do you feel today? How do you feel right now? What thoughts are going through your mind? Do you have thoughts in your mind, or are you very, very present in the moment, enjoying things for how they are? It's a simple game. There's nothing complicated about it. And a lot of it comes down to what you're doing when no one's watching. If you act in abundance by the grace will of the Reformation system that we live in, you will be rewarded with manifesting rewards that will intellectually dialogue them through speech, tonality, and formal body language. It's an appropriateness and an appreciation to exemplify the conditional traits that are exemplified by use of extraordinary feats, as in process that happens mentally, not only physically, but also spiritually. It's through this inductment that you can begin to notice positive life changes and manifest your abundant reality. Like I said, it's very simple, and if you can understand all these big words and make sense of them, then you're already ahead of the game. It takes the 1% to understand the 1%. If you can understand me, you, my friend, are on top. You know what you're talking about. You know your track. You know your life's purpose. Don't forget, purpose is never ending. You must set a goal, a desired outcome, and manifest it into reality. It's not going to happen in a week. It's not going to happen in a month, but think yearly time frames. If you're in the Matrix and you live like everyone else, and you do the same old, you're living day by day. You're living for those 5 days to get to the weekend. And then you're living for those 5 days then to get to the weekend. Then you're living for those 5 days to get to the weekend. Do you notice a pattern here? We approximately, if you're around my age, 25, give or take, have, shall I say, 29 divided by 5. Say you have 6,000 weeks left to live. 6,000 weeks left to live. Can you imagine the experience that older aged folks has experienced? It's impeccable and almost undesirably indifferent than those of our circumstance that we have inevitably lived through. 6,000 years. Add 6,000 weeks. Add 3,000 weeks to your lifetime and tell me if you're going to be a different person. You won't even recognize your own self. You will be 100% indistinguishable. And with that said, be sure to watch on 2x speed to save you time, because time is your most valuable resource. We all have physically the same amount of time, but mentally, God, we could be worlds apart. It's seriously crazy to think about. Just think about. People do not experience time the same. Some people mentally, and I can say the people that are speaking slower, they have more time on their sides, but in a situation they can also begin to speak fast because their brain is producing the thoughts and the outcomes associated with a certain feeling. So as I just explained in my example, you can speak really slowly and kind of manipulate time, make it happen for yourself moment by moment, enjoy every moment, or you can just speak fast and be in it to win it kind of attitude, mentality, trying to accomplish some task that's not really accomplishable, but mentally, through the use of words and performance at hyper speed, you're associating that with accomplishing and getting somewhere, but at the end of the day, physically, we all have the same amount of time. I think you know where I'm going with this, and I appreciate if you're still listening. Be sure to listen on 2x speed, as you'll take this subconscious talk even more seriously. It will have profound impacts on your life. Listening to me over watching a football game that you've always watched. Give yourself a chance to learn and improve through listening to my unique YouTube talks to better your life. So follow the series. Start with video 1 if this has really got you thinking about some concepts that you don't think about day to day. Just take a step back from your problems and listen to me with an open mind. Have zero expectations going in. See what you can learn. Optimism is the name of the game. I sound like a motivational speaker talking, but it's just, that's who I am. It's not a motivational speaker, but it's me as a person. A motivational speaker has to convey and put forth the energy to sound this way. In fact, my reality has become so abundant and just manifesting the right people at the right time, the right situations. It's given me a very optimistic outlook, positive outlook on life, and a lot of these concepts I share with you guys, you could also implement them to your life, and you'll see drastic changes. Might not happen overnight, because I tell you guys, stop having the day-to-day time frame that you possess. Just because the sun goes down does not mean you should restart and throw it all away. Stay consistent, stay on your grind. Treat people how you would like to be treated. The proof is in the pudding, as in the people that are sitting on those high chairs. It's funny. When we're young, we have high chairs, and when we're old, you have high chairs. It's so simple. They're the people who want and deserve and desire what it is that we come to not understand the truth, the fact being. So, as you think about the concepts that I convey to you, it's extremely important that you keep a simple outlook on life in general, as well as the concepts in general. Some things become complicated, but it's because you make them complicated in your reality. Your brain has not perceived the notion of becoming accustomed to people speaking on such a high level with an off-the-charts, they call them street smarts. You gotta get your street smarts up. It's not easy to talk to people. I find myself in public and not really wanting to conversate with people, but that's really where you learn your street smarts. If you can approach people, no matter how they look, dress, walk, talk, act, they're going to be excellent people once you get into the conversation. Initially, it's very reciprocating and self-demanding and really wide-eyed, just having a conversation with someone you don't know anything about and you have no connection to. But as you begin, you'll sort of fall into this train track momentum that will forward the conversation. And next time you see that person, whether it's like I was talking to an old lady at the gym. Well, she's old in my circumstance, but in hers, she's doing just fine. And the conversation last week picked up today from where we left off. And she was asking me more questions in regards to solar energy, which I'm providing 2 houses currently. So she's so interested now. And she says, please, give me your card. I'll call you. I'd like to learn more about this situation that I can take advantage of. So really trust people. Know that they have your best interest at hand. And really what it comes down to at the end of the day is just watch my videos on 2x speed. Save time as your most valuable resource. Be yourself. Have zero expectations. As in, that's my mental framework for reality today. It's possible and more than likely true that you guys can object and appreciate the same mental framework that is going on. So with that said, it's been a pleasure speaking to you guys. If there's anything I can cover, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, share with your friends. Pleasure talking to you, as this has only taken 5 minutes of your day, but really got you thinking. After watching this video, go out, do something excellent, and be great. Jake.